Hey, this is Vic JC on a channel born to help you change your lifestyle. And in today's video, we're going to be talking to one of the students of the FBA Stars course, and we're going to get his full opinion, and we're going to talk to him about his journey on his failed product and his now successful product. So let's get into the video and jump straight into the interview. Hey everyone, this is Emil. This is one of my students, and I want him to, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Okay, so indeed, Emil. I'm from Belgium and I'm 25 years old. I started selling on Amazon unsuccessfully a year and 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I think I've met you about 6 months ago, something like that, through your videos. Ended up taking the FBA Stars course as well.
Yeah. So you had a product before you joined the FBA Stars course.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'll just tell you, it was the infamous diaper caddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a very saturated product. Although when I started selling it, it wasn't that saturated, and I actually differentiated by adding something that made sense with it. The big issue was, as soon as I started doing that, a lot of people were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Plus, a big mistake I made was quality-wise. I actually didn't have a quality product.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was just I was getting frustrated a bit because I was looking for products to sell and I wasn't finding anything, and then I just kind of went with what was still on the table and kind of started regretting it straight away.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take it a step back. What made you start Amazon?
I've been traveling for the last couple of years, or basically like working holidays. I've been working abroad, and the idea for me to have like some sort of income that was location independent was very attractive to me. Cool. And how did you find Amazon FBA? I think I must have been Googling at some point money you can make while traveling or something like that. I've probably ended up through Google. Yeah. Okay. And so why did you decide to take the course? You mean the Stars course? Yeah, the FBA Stars course. I think I was looking at something specific. Not really sure what it was again. I think it was something about PPC. Yeah. And that's how I ended up at your video. Yeah. If that makes sense. And then I was listening and I thought this kind of makes sense. And then I think you had a funnel where you could put your mail address in, and then I was getting something for free. Okay. Yeah, that must have been the ebook. Yeah. Yeah. And through that, we kind of kept in, well, not really contact, but I kept seeing about the FBA Stars group. And then I got in your free group on Facebook. Cool. And then I actually ended up just taking the plunge. I think you had a promo or a sale on there then? Yeah. Yeah. I have sales on time to time. So what did you think of the course in comparison to doing it on your own and taking the course? Well, it's definitely much easier with taking a course. Definitely. Because you think you find these different things on YouTube, but just certain steps of the process that you will not think about yourself. Yeah. So you won't actually Google them or you won't actually YouTube them. Yeah. So it's actually very valuable to just have like a step-by-step plan. Yeah. That kind of checks all the boxes. Yeah. Also, there's certain things. I mean, I've only taken your course. Yeah. I can't really say for the other ones, but there's things that I've seen, for example, in your videos and in your course that I didn't see on most of the YouTube channels, which are like small technical things. Yeah. But they do end up making a big difference. Okay, cool. And how long did it take you to do the course? How long did it take you to get to your first product? When I started taking your course, I was actually already looking for products because I already did the process before. So it was Jungle Scout. So let's say as soon as I took your course, I think the course in itself, I did it in about a week. Yeah. But you can still look at it after you finish it. So I go back every now and then, like, how am I doing this? How am I doing that? So you were watching those videos as much as you could every day, huh? So the thing is, I watched the whole course straight away, like in a whole week. Yeah. Notes and everything, and then I went back to step one. Yeah. With this, then step two, and then So I would say the whole process took me. You mean until it's like in the Amazon warehouse?
Yeah, so how long did it take you to find your first product? And then how long till you launched after that? Because I think it's useful for the audience to really understand kind of
Right.
how long this business actually takes, realistically.
Right. Well, I've taken my time because I was very occupied with other stuff as well. But it took me probably a month to find a profitable product
Yeah.
that I'm fully sure of. Then it took me another maybe a week to source it,
Yeah.
to actually find a good supplier. Then it took me a month and a half, something like that, a month and a half, that everything was ready
Yeah.
with all the, and then it took me another 35 days until it arrived at the warehouse because it was a pretty slow shipping.
Okay, so how long in total from when you found your product to the product being in stock?
I reckon that's about 3.5 months.
Yeah. So okay, so that sounds about right. Yeah. Okay, so that's how long it takes me as well, something like that. But minimum, it would take me 2 months, minimum, maximum 3 months roughly. So it sounds about right. Yeah.
I could have done it quicker if I didn't. I mean, if I knew certain stuff that I would.
Yeah. So the course you got obviously included the support from me. You got the email support, and then you also opted for some calls as well. How did that help you with the course and getting your product, getting it shipped over, and getting it launched?
It helped tremendously because if you're not experienced in something, you keep second guessing everything.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I'm always doing.
Yeah.
Especially when it came to product research, I had so many options on the table, and I started getting emotionally attached to it. Good if I could call you and I was like, Vic, this product is good, and you go like, nah, there's not enough demand, and I go like, yeah, but it's got this and it's got that, and you're like, nah, go to the next one. And it took me a while, but eventually, after a month, as I said, I actually found a product that you were agreeing on as well.
Yeah.
So that support was of tremendous help. Also, I had this problem with my box sizes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I called you and we got it sorted out pretty fast.
Yeah.
It's simple stuff, but
yeah,
someone to have some expertise to
guide. Yeah, I guess. I think so. There's some people who don't like my. I'm straightforward. I have got a no bullshit approach and call it as I see it. I think that's for some people and possibly not for some people as well. But I think for you it was. I don't know. Was that useful or was that not useful? I don't. What's your opinion?
Well, on the actual moment, it's a bit frustrating because you just want to, you just want to move forward. But looking at it later, you see that it was actually for the best, and that if I would have made those decisions that you told me not to make, that I would have failed.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so what? How did it feel when you made your first sale?
So for my first product,
well, yeah.
Yeah, it felt pretty good.
Yeah.
Good. Although it was a PPC sale and I spent way more on PPC than it actually profited me.
Yeah.
So mixed feeling.
And when you launched your second product, I know you only just started and you've only just launched. When you made that first non-PPC organic sale, because I remember you emailing me about that. How did that? Tell the audience how that kind of felt.
I was actually very, very happy because I didn't put a lot of PPC in it, and I got this organic sale, which for me was a sign that it was like a validation of the market.
Yeah.
Everything we were talking about, that this would be a good fit because of this and that, it was actually true. People actually wanted this product, so that was a heavenly feel for me.
And I think the audience would probably really want to understand how are you getting on at the moment? What's your best? How many sales have you? What's the best sales day that you've had so far? And where do you see this in the next 3 months?
My biggest sales day up to this point was 16 units a day.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's around $25 mark.
Yeah.
So it's a good amount.
Okay.
And I'm on still about a 28% profit, but The goal is to make it 30, 35 in about a month.
So how much do you think you'd be selling in? How much profit do you think you'd make in the next 3 months? How much profit do you think you'd make in the 6 months, given your growth that you're doing so far?
Well, if everything goes the way it's going now, I should be doing revenue 7,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like next month if everything is now, but that's positive thinking. So that would be around a 2,000. Is that right? Yeah, about a 2,000.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
That's
cool.
Good because that's a full-time job, so that really makes me.
So what are you trying to do with this? So you got the Amazon business. Are you working at the moment?
I'm working. I'm basically on my last month work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're going full-time Amazon FBA.
That's the goal, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to try and wrap this up. I don't want to make this too long. If you were to, so you say you started this around 2 years ago. If you were to give yourself advice 2 years ago, what's the advice that you'd give yourself to make you go ahead and start doing all of this?
I would say just execute, but before you execute, make sure that you don't take any wild gambles, but make calculated gambles.
Good. Okay.
And also, if you can, please take advice from people who have expertise, because that will really save you money in the long run.
Yeah. And it save you about a year in your case.
I know, I should have started.
Obviously the audience who's probably watching this are absolute beginners, and now you've got quite a bit of experience under your belt with a failed product and now a product that's actually starting to take off and doing really well, and you leaving your job in about a month's time to take up Amazon FBA full time. What advice would you give to any beginner who's out there at the moment?
Product-wise, I would say this is very basic, but it is very key. I see a lot of people still making this mistake. Just differentiate.
Yeah.
Just don't sell what everybody else is selling.
Yeah.
You're finding it on Jungle Scout and you're using the basic filters, and you see a product that looks good, then trust me, 100 people or maybe 1,000 people at the same time are looking at the same product, making the same decision you're doing. So I would say, instead of looking at the product, look at the solution it provides.
Yeah. And
try and see if you can actually solve that problem that the people that buy it have.
Yeah.
By thinking outside the box.
Cool.
That's what I would say.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for your time today. I really appreciate you coming on and doing a quick interview. I'm sure this will help tons of people out there who are wondering how they can go about starting Amazon FBA, whether they want to take a course or not, and take someone's advice, Emil, like yourself, who has had a failed product and then started again, picked yourself back up and kept yourself going, and now you're making a success of Amazon FBA. So really appreciate you taking the time out, Emil. I'm sure we'll continue to chat
throughout the month.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely keep in touch. We talk all the time anyway, so cool. So I'll catch you soon, and keep me updated on how you're doing with the products.
Okay, I will. Thanks.
All right, take care, mate.
Yeah.
Bye.